Just because I'm so hard on myself, I'm gonna say my performance was probably a C-, and so yeah, I didn't make the dean's list. But I definitely felt like I'm way better capable than what that showed. You know, just because I'm that's how I train, and that's how I prepare, and that's as much time as I put in. This is my life. This is everything that I do, and so, you know, all my fights have been finishes, and I wanted to go out there and finish that tonight, but you know, I just didn't. You know, I was tight. You know, I didn't open up the way I wanted to, and it showed out there.
Why are you so hard on yourself?
Because it's just my nature. You know, I started when I started competing in sports when I was younger in high school. I basically went out there and did it myself. When I started wrestling, my dad really didn't know. My mom and dad didn't know that I was wrestling. You know, they thought that I was just going to school and doing football inside because I'm from Texas. Everybody knows football is king in Texas. And so I started competing, started wrestling. They didn't know for 2 years when I started wrestling until they saw me on TV. And so I've been pretty much doing it myself. You know, I go out there, I train constantly, I put everything into it, and I want to be able to perform. You know, whether my parents are there, whether my parents are not there, I have to be able to go out there and perform the way that I'm capable.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself. You won the Ultimate Fighter. Now got your win in the UFC. You're moving forward in your career. What's next for you? What do you want to accomplish?
I've said it. You know, I've said it to myself countless times, day in and day out, and I'm going to say it to everyone. You know, before I'm said and done, I will be king of this division one day. And you know, unfortunately, you know, my performance tonight didn't show it, but when I come back in here next time, it'll be way better, way more dominant, and you can count on seeing finishes from me because one day I will be king of this division.
Kamaru, what do you attribute your performance tonight? Like you said, you're not very impressed with how you did. Do you attribute it to something that Leon did or something that happened to you leading into camp?
No, definitely. I went through a tremendous amount of injuries coming into this fight. You know, it was my knee. I had surgery on my knee. My lower back started going out because, you know, it's just, once it's a chain reaction. Once the knee's not there, everything else starts to compensate and everything starts to go piece by piece. And my back started to go, you know, shoulders, everything. But, you know, this fight was in. I'm not in the business of canceling fights. And so I went in there and I wanted to be way more dominant. And I will be in my next performance.
It looked like you had him a bit of trouble in the last minute of the fight. You think if you had 1 or 2 more minutes, you could have finished him?
Definitely. Definitely. Once I started opening up on him, I started feeling wilt, started feeling break. And that's what I do to guys. I put pressure on them and they start to break and I go out there and finish it.